scale of 1 to 10, how weird do you feel right now?
13.
Okay.
Over the last few days, I asked you to send us some questions, and you sent a lot of questions, so here we go. Is she also crazy like you?
No. I think the answer is just no.
Not at all crazy.
Yeah, pretty regular, normal, weird, yes. Crazy, I would say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Pineapple on pizza or pizza on pineapple?
Yes.
This is a monster right here. Who puts fruit on pizza?
Pineapple, ham, cheese. I mean, what more do you need? Maybe some bacon.
Freak.
Yeah, no, it's good. You can hate all you want. Well, he only eats pepperoni.
Sometimes I eat sausage.
Yeah, whoa.
I shake things up a little bit.
Things are wild.
I've had bacon before. Barbecue chicken pizza. I get variety.
Mm-hmm.
Have you thought about doing team-up episodes of Vsauce or other channels?
Have you thought about it?
Have I thought about... Well, sure, I've thought about it. I've spoken to Michael Stevens once. It's not...
So that happened.
Right. So, there might be something in the works. No, there isn't any. Or is there? No, there's not. Will there be any physics, biology, hybrid videos that you two make together?
Like tomorrow? No. Could it happen? It could.
I mean, if there's something biology related, I'll consult you.
Mm-hmm. You don't do a lot of bio-related stuff, though.
Yeah, I don't. Consulting people and doing a lot of research on topics that I know nothing about is fun, but it's also time-consuming, and to try and keep up with my schedule, they're few and far between.
Mm-hmm. And I don't actually like being in front of the camera much, so I'm not necessarily, pushing for that to happen either.
Yeah, so, appreciate this.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
Favorite sandwich assembly method?
Sandwich assembly method. Can you give me a little more direction on that question?
This commenter kind of rapid fired. Mm-hmm. And so
the one we're focusing on is the sandwich one, to be clear.
It sounded like the most interesting.
Okay. I'm just going to go with my favorite sandwich, because I think that's an easier question to answer.
Sure.
Which would very, very easily be a BLT. I love BLTs. Hello, bacon.
I do like bagel over bread. It's a little more solid.
Breakfast sandwich. That's a
Sure.
whole other world of breakfast, of sandwich type.
Right, but I mean, as long as there's 2 pieces of bread-like product.
You're within the realm of the question.
Yeah.
It's a good answer.
It's a sandwich.
Yeah.
Or, you put an egg and some bacon in there. That'd be cool.
Would be great.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Mm-hmm. You gotta get some cheese in there.
Pitas.
I do, but if you wrap something up in a pita, it's more like a taco than a sandwich.
You do like tacos, too.
I do.
Can we just start talking about tacos instead? That's really more relevant to our lives. We're huge taco fans. So how old does an old-timey movie have to be? Because I think that my favorite oldest movie is Cinderella. I think that counts.
That's old. Right? Cinderella's old.
It's old. We don't do a lot of old-timey.
Yeah. Most of the older movies are a little too artistic for me.
We've got some good 70s in there. Young Frankenstein is a classic.
Yeah.
Excellent. One of my favorite movies.
People rave about Citizen Kane a lot, and I just don't understand.
I've never seen it because someone won't watch it with me.
Well, 'cause it's so bad. I'm sure it was great at the time, but it's one of my film snob friends made me watch the movie with them, and I don't think that I get it. I
bet that's true. Only because you're so stubborn when you don't want to understand something.
That's true.
Going into this already knowing I don't like it and it's confusing and I have no idea what's happening.
Which of you is the positron and which is the electron?
You're the electron.
That's what I was going to say as well.
Yeah.
So now I guess I assume there's a Y here. I mean, they don't actually ask why, but...
Mm-hmm. Well, if one of us tends to be the more positive one and one of us tends to be the more negative one, it's definitely me being positive and you being negative.
That's true. I have anxiety issues. I don't know if you've noticed, but if you follow me on social media, you probably have noticed. But I have anxiety issues about lots of things. And so sometimes I get in panic mode and I can get a little negative. Mm-hmm. And I need her to annihilate my negativity.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Valentine's Day, sweetie.
Here's some annihilation.
Yeah.
How has the channel affected you two in your relationship?
I don't know that it really has.
Yeah. I mean, there were times when we had to like talk things out, you know, early.
The transition between hobby and career involved some discussions.
But I think we were fine. I mean, as long as you talk.
Right.
You talk it out and you make sure that, you know, your partner is aware of what's going on and what your plans are and stuff. It turns out okay.
Yeah.
And it can be a little stressful sometimes, but...
Yeah. I don't know. I think that, like, on the plus side, you've been able to teach fewer classes. You know, enjoy doing this more than teaching, and happier person, happier relationship. I mean, so... Yeah. There's that.
Who does most of the work around the house? You, your wife, or a clone?
Well, it's not me. So there's that.
I mean, we used to split the housework. You vacuum sometimes.
Sometimes.
When people are coming over.
People are coming over, wipe down the mirror in the bathroom.
You know, I mean, one of the benefits of having, 3/4 of my work now be at home is I'm at home and I can do the housework and it's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm. I do most of the cooking. I like cooking for the most part.
I do the laundry most of the time. I like doing the laundry. I fold the laundry.
You do like doing the laundry. You just don't always have time to do the laundry.
Right. The videos, man, they're just so time consuming.
They are incredibly time consuming.
Someone even asked, like, how long does it take?
Anyone that thinks that, oh, you're a YouTuber and so therefore, like, you just don't have to work for your money is crazy. Like, he just works all the time. Literally, from the moment he gets up to the moment that we decide that, I mean, we're done working for the day, which is usually around like 8 p.m.
Right. But like, it's just, I just wake up and I answer comments in the morning and then I eat breakfast. We eat breakfast together. And then
I go to work.
Yeah. And then she goes to work and I just edit or animate or script write or whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Research.
All day. Research takes up so much time sometimes.
Right.
I can't just go off my memory and just throw a bunch of stuff in video. I have to verify it. Just because I think I know something doesn't make it true. And so I have to go through the math and verify everything. And then the calculations help me animate later. And so going through and making sure the equations work out. And it's a lot of work. There's a reason that even though I'm only teaching one class, I still only get 2 videos up a month. I probably could have crammed 3 into a month in my old style, but I decided that making the 2 videos better was a better use of my time than trying to cram in a third one.
Right.
It's a job, you know, it's a full-time workload.
Right.
Are you an alien? You'll never know. Is love just a chemical reaction that compels animals to breed?
I don't think so. I think that the root of all biology is reproduction, passing your genes on. That's what it all comes down to. But I think that love is a higher level thing that has developed, you know, as species got more complex.
I think lust is something that compels species to breed.
Yes.
And lust and love are 2 very different things.
Right.
Love is definitely a more complex, more dynamic thing. It's not purely fundamentally biological.
Right. It's a brain thing.
Yeah, it emerges out of the immense complexity of our brain.
Right. That's what I think.
I like that. Do you use some of your spare time together to have science discussions?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
That happens.
It's very stimulating. What clone do you like the most?
Nerd clone.
Everybody likes nerd clone.
So precious. Pop culture clone is excellent. Pop culture clone wears my clothes.
How much do you guys love each other?
So much.
It's much. How many face palms does she usually do when watching your videos?
2. I'd give it an average of 2.
An average of 2? So embarrassing. She watches every single science video before I post it to try and help me catch little mistakes and things where like things aren't making sense.
Yeah, that's the big one. I am not a physicist. I don't know about the things that he makes videos about. And so I'll watch it just to make sure he's being clear and that people that don't know what he's talking about will understand.
And she's always a little nervous to critique me, especially when it's really bad. Like the twins paradox video, it's confusing already, but like it makes sense to me. And so then when I'm explaining it, it still makes sense, but then it's not going to make sense to anybody else. And I want her to just tear it to shreds. And
it's not my personality.
Yeah. And she really had to tear that one apart.
That was a tough one.
Yeah. It was a stressful conversation, but she did, and I'm so proud of her.
Oh.
She tore it apart, and I added a bunch of stuff and took out some things and tweaked, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out in the end, but it would not have been that good without her. So,
what's your wife's favorite biology topic?
You like insects.
Yes, I do like insects. Insects are wild.
Tell us your love story. So we're talking like, how did we meet?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I had to take physics because it was my last year of, undergrad. Lo and behold, here's my teacher. And so as, the semesters went on.
Yeah. Okay. So just so we can clarify here, we did not start dating when she was my student. This is not how this went down.
Let's be appropriate.
No. Even if we wanted to, which we didn't, that would have been inappropriate. We were dating. We were both dating other people at the time, and so it wouldn't really been like possible anyway.
Right.
And so it wasn't until like the summer after the year that you finished, and she wasn't my student anymore. And then we kind of just
stayed in touch.
Yeah, we stayed in touch and we exchanged phone numbers, and then we were friends for a while after that. Just friends. And then eventually we were talking to each other so much and hanging out so often that we're just like, this is silly.
Yeah.
We should just be dating.
Right. So we dated for 4 years.
Yep.
Got married.
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
Being with her is effortless. And I love that.
Yeah. When it comes to love in general, a lot of people say like, oh, there's one person for you, right? And I don't believe that. I believe that there's a pool of people that you could be happy with. I think that I just happened to find the one person who I would be the most happy with.
We hit the jackpot.
I think so. And I think that a lot of times people just want to be in a relationship so bad that they settle for someone who might not be the best, might just be a person in the pool, And I'm just glad that we didn't do that. And we found each other.
Yeah, it's been great. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. I don't know how long this video is going to end up being. That was a lot of questions. I'll try to cut it down. I don't want this thing to be like 20 minutes or something.
Right.
Some people are going to get cut, but I got a ton of questions.
So goes life. Welcome to the real world.
Crazies, see you in the comments. Peace out.